How much roughly do you say you spend every time you visit Medellin? Approximately what people are spending when they come to Medellin or even just to Colombia on vacation. About $1,700. I think that's a fair amount, more or less, okay? Now we're going to times this by 2.4 million. 2.46 million, okay? I'm going to have Chat GPT do the math. What is 1750 times 2.46 million? If they lost all of that in 1 year, 1 day, all at once, how would it impact their economy? Answer in 2 sentences. So, Medellin tour guide, Valentina, Yeris Park was a lot better without the tourists. What are you talking about? Another guy, Andres Deluque. Passport bros going to Medellin with $5,000 and thinking they're changing the economy. I guys want you to know something. This is a sentiment that multiple of them have. I'm gonna pull up a whole nother post and we're gonna play that post and we're gonna break down how everyone was in the comments laughing like you guys think you're changing the whole economy. Let's do some math on stream. Let's do some simple math, right? Let's go American tourist to Medellin 2025. All right, let's pull this up. 2.46 million tourists. 2.46 million tourists in 2025. Okay? 2.46 million tourists. Okay? Every year. Guys, write in the chat because we're gonna do the math on screen, okay? We are gonna do the math on screen. Here's my calculator. My calculator is open. How much would you guys say on average somebody spends when they come to Medellin, just on average? Just on average. Because this is the hypocrisy that I'm talking about. And let's get into the hypocrisy real quick while you guys drop how much roughly do you say you spend every time you visit Medellin? Calculate it, okay? I guess the only thing you don't calculate is your flight coming, but your flight leaving and your accommodations, calculate it all, okay? So here's my problem. In one breath, you say passport bros are coming here with $5,000 and think they're changing the economy, and then in the next breath, you say we're causing inflation. Does that make any sense to you? Because it's not making a whole lot of sense to me. In one breath, we're not changing the economy. In the next breath, we're causing inflation, and we're causing gentrification. Well, if that's true, that means the foreigners coming here have enough money to move your entire economy. So look, here's my calculator, okay? If y'all can see it, I'm gonna put 2.46 million people on my calculator. Now we're gonna times that by what you guys think you spend on average every time you visit Medellin. Okay? I'm sorry. Let me I need to get the exact numbers of how many people actually come to Medellin. I think I'm only calculating that's going to Colombia. Let's just go Medellin real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna run those numbers while you guys tell me on average how much you think you're spending when you come to Medellin. Now, can you calculate your flight coming? Yes, but I would only calculate your accommodations and your flight going back, or you could just keep your flight out of it totally. Use this and your own info. Approximately how many American tourists come to Medellin in 2025? All right. So 2.46 million came to Colombia. So we're going to do the entirety of how much money came into Colombia from the US, and then we're going to specify into Medellin. So someone said, I spend $400 a day when I go. Somebody said 1,500 to 2,000. I want to say 2,000 is like the going number. Some people saying 1,500. Yeah, I say 1,500 to 2,000. So what's the average of 1,500 and 2,000? Because I think that's actually a good number, because that's pretty much about like what I spend too, right? So let's do the math. Do this math real quick, okay? Do this math real quick. It's just so that you guys can see the numbers that I'm bringing up on screen. Hit the like button, chat. So we got 3,500. 3,500. Hold on, let me flip my camera so that y'all can see this shit in real time. Okay. 3,500. Going to divide that by 2. This is approximately, I can't speak for everyone because it's probably higher than this, but this is approximately what people are spending when they come to Medellin or even just to Colombia on vacation. About $1,700. I think that's a fair amount, more or less, okay? Now we're going to times this by 2.4 million. 2.46 million, okay? I'm going to have Chat GPT do the math. What is 1,750 times 2.46 million? Just the total. All right. So this is $4 billion. If you guys can't see, that's $4 billion coming into Colombia only from Americans. Only from Americans. $4.3 billion. It's only America. We're not talking about Canadians. We're not talking about the niggas from the UK. We're not talking about the guys from Australia, France, Germany. We're only talking about Americans. And this number is pretty modest. Now, this is the entirety of Colombia. It's not only Medellin. But now we're going to do some more math because we need to actually figure out what percentage of this $4.3 billion is of their total GDP. Okay? We're doing the math here. All right? What percent of that number is of Colombia's total GDP or income? Right? Just give me numbers. No explanations. Okay. Give you guys real math here. That's 1.25%. Now, some of y'all are going to go, only 1.25%? That's not a lot. Slow down, buddy. Slow down, buddy. 1.25% of your total GDP is a lot of money. It's a lot of money because some of these systems are fueling entire industries. And remember, this 1.25% is only from Americans, okay? Only from Americans. It's not French, not the UK, it's not Canada, okay? So remember, now let's calculate 1750 times the number of foreigners who entered Medellin. Of that, 4.3 billion, 1.575 went to Medellin. $1.5 billion entered into Medellin last year from only American citizens. Only American citizens brought in $1.575 billion. Now remember, this number is probably low because people visit Colombia multiple times a year. So you see how that number starts getting. I'll tell you right now, I have spent way more than $1,500 here. Per visit, per trip. Everybody I know who comes to Medellin visits a minimum of twice per year. Or even just to Colombia. They're visiting twice per year. So this number actually doubles, if not triples. Right now, I'm giving you guys a low estimate amount. Super low estimate amount. $1.575 billion. You come for a second time, that number might jump to 3 point something billion, 4 point something billion. And then you start looking at it, tourism is looking like about 10% of their national GDP. But let's confirm first with ChatGPT. I can't see my screen, so I gotta zoom out. Okay. What percentage of Colombia and Medellin's GDP comes from tourism, and give me their total numbers? All right. Now, let's get back to it. So I'm telling y'all, most of with the crystal ball. Colombia, percentage of GDP is 4.5 to 5.1%. That's a lot of money. But for Medellin, it's 8% to 9%. Total tourism value is about 1.5 billion to 2.5 billion dollars. Now let's ask ChatGPT a question, and let's just see what it says. I'm not programming this shit, so I'm gonna type the question in on live. Colombia would take a sharp hit, losing $20 billion plus 5% of their GDP would trigger job losses, reduced USD inflow, and pressure on the peso, but the broader economy would still function. Medellin would feel it harder locally, losing 8 to 9% of its economy at once, would disrupt housing, nightlife, and service sectors almost immediately. I love this place, but they have a lot of shit that they need to work on and that they need to improve as a people before I'm going to continue to encourage people to come here. Okay? A lot of shit that they need to basically go over because it's absolutely ridiculous. So let's go over another video real quick. And this video says, does Medellin need tourism? Guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button real quick. Let's get it going. My guy C's comes with the $5. Says Venezuela 2027. Yeah, man. It's looking like Venezuela is going to get a boom in tourism.
In reality, if they were to get rid of the woman in Parque Lleras, Poblado will die. Simple as that. It will be dead. There will be no more. No local can afford to go to any one of those hotels. No local can afford to pay $2,000 for an Airbnb. Why would you get an Airbnb if you're a local? None of those guys are going to pay 80 mil to go into a club, which is $20.
Shout out to my guy, Travel X Motivate. Make sure you guys go follow him on YouTube and on Instagram. Me and him got a super viral post together. That shit's about to get to like 1 million views. Shout out to Travel X Motivate. Make sure that you guys tap in with him. This is his interview right here. And look at the top comment. Our favorite girl, Medellin tour guide. Okay, look at her with her foolishness. Said Yeris Park was way better without the tourists. What are you talking about? Listen, these are real quick. Let me just go to her page real quick. This is Valentina. This is who you guys are about to go and give your money to. Okay. There is matter of fact, let me not say what I'm going to say on stream. We're gonna lead up to the Discord. Okay. This is who you guys want to go and give your money to?
I feel so bad. I feel there is a misunderstanding. And I don't want you to think that I am judging you or that I don't respect the tourists or that I think that all of the tourists.
Bitch, shut up. You see all of your money about to dry the fuck up right now because you running them fucking choppers. Okay? You running them fucking choppers instead of just being like the rest of the people that make their money off gringos, even if you have bad sentiments towards them. It's like, oh, I feel so bad because I realized that I opened my mouth and I was just speaking shit that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Now you're making a post. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so bad. But yesterday, you on this post saying this stupid shit. Yeris Park was way better without the tourists. And now today, because Grift Sincere ripped you a new asshole, now you feel me? Now you have something else to say. Ripped you a brand new asshole. This is the level of thinking and the IQ level that you're dealing with on a daily basis here. I'm just being honest. Are there some really dope people here that have great customer service? They're cool and good people? Yes. But people like this who think she's better than other people because she can speak some English, it's like once they start speaking English, they immediately try to act like they shit don't stink. And they start trying to talk to people who speak English naturally and from birth. They start to exalt themselves mentally in their head above us. Now she feel bad because everybody's calling her out. Oh yeah, we're going to do a whole video on you, Valentina. I know some of the simp niggas in the comments are still trying to book a tour with you. But I'm not spending my money with you. I'm not going to encourage nobody. If niggas said, hey, bro, how was this tour guide? Don't give that bitch $1. Don't give her a cent. Because she's getting on here offending people. No, I was just talking about passport bros. You don't know who's a passport bro. Niggas come here with their wife and their baby and still clap cheeks. You don't know who's who. Shut your mouth and make your chicken. You don't have to talk. That's the problem with the internet. Everybody think they have to talk. You don't have to say nothing. Shh.
Come here for tourism, please. You know that I love.
And then you got dudes that were in the comments talking about, yo, that girl be selling coochie. Shout out to my guy Tyree, comes with the $20 bomb. Ooh! You guys are making me rich this stream, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Chat, hit the like button. Get the likes up. Come on. Get the likes up.
I love you guys. All of my
yeah, I don't want to listen to nothing this girl got to say. Let's get back to this video.
You understand what I'm trying to say now? Like shots are $18. No local's going to do that. So what would all those bars and clubs do in there? They'll have to shut down. You feel me? They need us here. Okay, so there might be a disconnect with the people, but this is what I say. If the people have a problem, talk to your local government, okay? Because we're not the problem. And one thing I've noticed is, look, say something probably not popular. It's most of the stuff that's owned here is by Colombians. The Airbnbs, the clubs, everything. They're the ones jacking up the prices because they're coming. We're not buying stuff and jacking up the prices. Bro, all these clubs, Airbnbs, these are rich Colombians. Another thing I'll be telling guys, I've met elite Colombians that could buy me, okay? There's guys here with money. Sometimes they think that there's not the Colombians here with big time money, okay? Blessed, that reggaeton artist Blessed just opened a major club here. You know what I mean? Karol G just opened a major club here. What do you think they're doing? No locals go there. They can't afford to go eat there. So they're doing that for the tourism, okay? It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop here, man. The money that's coming in, it's not gonna stop. And if you take away the women, just like in Sosua, they took away the woman, and now that joint is a desert island. In reality.
So here is my problem when people come on here and make these excellent explanations. You have the Colombian